It's 5 in 10 from Skywatch TV for Wednesday, August 23rd, 2023. I'm Derek Gilbert. We're back on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you. Subscribe, share this with your friends. But then please download our free app because you never know when they will take away our right to play in their playground. I'll give you details on the free Skywatch TV app before the end of this program. Topic number 5 today, Biden on Maui. Joe Biden finally visited Maui almost 2 weeks after the fires that ravaged West Maui, left 114 people dead thus far, some 850 still missing. And his trip was a public relations disaster for the White House. He sparked outrage by comparing the fire on Maui to a minor fire in his Delaware home years ago that was confined to the kitchen, and joking about how hot the ground was to a rescuer there. The president's motorcade met with angry residents shouting expletives that we will not repeat here. Again, this is 2 weeks after the fire began. Biden's speech was, as is becoming more and more frequent, garbled, meandering, almost incomprehensible. He included references to the deaths of his wife and daughter in 1972, comparing the blaze to a kitchen fire at his home in 2004. According to the news reports from back in 2004, that fire was confined to the kitchen and put out by fire department respondents within 20 minutes. So not really comparing apples to apples here. Hawaiian residents, politicians both, just really unloading on the president. He, again, took a couple of weeks to get to the island, and probably the result of his visit is probably why his handlers at the White House didn't want him to go, because they knew it just was not going to go well. The White House, of course, responded also early days by saying, well, we're going to send a $700 check to every affected family there. But compare this to that totals about $8.2 million. Compare that to the $12.1 billion in security assistance for Ukraine. That's just this year. That's in addition to the more than $100 billion last year, $113 billion in aid for Ukraine thus far. Again, $8.2 million for the people of West Maui. And by the way, the same day he announced the $700 checks, he announced another $200 million to Ukraine on that day. Talk about tone deaf. I mean, this is Joe Biden's Katrina moment, or at least it would be if the corporate media here, at least in the mainland, in Hawaii, he's taking a beating in the press, but here in the mainland, the corporate media is still running interference for Blue Team. That said, topic number 4, speaking of Ukraine, the German newspaper Die Bild reporting that the armed forces of Ukraine lost 31 vehicles in the battle for the village of Staromayorsk alone, including 23 mine-protected armored vehicles given to them by NATO countries. This is reported by Julian Ropke of Die Bild. On Bild TV, Ropke showed Russian images of the destroyed armored vehicles, saying that Bild had been able to verify those images. They weren't just made up and posted to social media by Russian propagandists. This was in the course of liberating just one of 6 villages that Ukrainian forces had taken in the direction of Mariupol in South Ukraine. The destroyed vehicles, mainly Western supplied, according to Bild. Ukraine has lost 9 out of the 18 German-made Leopard 2 tanks that they were supplied. While some of those tanks might possibly be repaired, the repair shops are 1,000 miles west, and some of the damaged tanks are still under enemy fire. According to Rupke, if Ukraine is losing 20 to 30 vehicles per village and has a total of about 500 Western-supplied tanks and armored personnel carriers, you can do the math and figure out Ukraine will not be liberating southern Ukraine at that pace. End quote. Now, here's why I thought this was worth bringing to your attention. And I will say, as I've said before, I am not pro-Russia. I'm not pro-Putin. I'm anti-death. And this war, which is being promoted by the neocons inside the Beltway here, are, again, seemingly happy to fight to the last Ukrainian. Anyway, the Bild tabloid is the largest newspaper in Germany, and it's been one of the main cheerleaders in Western Europe for this war since day one of the conflict last February. The Bild is owned by Springer Publishing. Springer Publishing is majority owned by a New York-based company, KKR & Company, stands for Kohlberg Kravis Roberts. Chairman of the KKR Global Institute is General David Petraeus. Springer's CEO, Matthias Dopfner, has served as a board member of NATO think tanks the Institute for Strategic Dialogue, the Aspen Institute, the steering committee of the Bilderberg Group, and the World Economic Forum. In other words, Die Bild is owned by a major player of the global deep state. So when the newspaper begins to report saying, hey, this war is not working out for Ukraine, it's time for us to sit up and take notice. The narrative is shifting. Topic number 3, rockets in Israel. The military wing of Hamas in Judea and Samaria, which is what the world calls the West Bank, has been working to set up a network in northern Samaria dedicated to producing and launching rockets. This group, set up in May, called the El Ayash Battalion, is named in honor of Yahya Ayash, who was nicknamed the Engineer. He was an infamous bomb maker for the Palestinians, terrorist leader killed in Israel back in 1996. Although the security agency Shin Bet has arrested some members of this terrorist network in recent months, most of them remain hidden within the refugee camp in the town of Jenin, which is about 20 miles south of Nazareth. Despite those arrests, the group continues to make rockets. Now, so far, what they produced are very crude, not very accurate, rudimentary, really, but they're working to try to improve their abilities and increase the payloads and accuracy. Shin Bet reports that it's just a matter of time before this expertise is achieved and giving Hamas a foothold in the West Bank. Now, bear in mind, there is a conflict, a power struggle between the Palestinian Authority, which mainly controls Samaria and Judea, and Hamas, which is mainly confined to the Gaza Strip. They're conflicted as they struggle for power between themselves, which is a blessing for Israel. The IDF and Shin Bet both heavily investing in intelligence to try to penetrate these networks and neutralize them before they gain any real capabilities. Topic number 2, Brics Plus. The Brics nations meeting in Johannesburg, South Africa. As of this recording, this continues through tomorrow. Saudi Arabia's Foreign Minister, Prince Faisal bin Farhan, is in attendance. He's heading the Saudi delegation on behalf of Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. The 3-day summit runs through tomorrow, features Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, and Saudi Arabia, as the Saudis are interested in becoming the plus in the Brics Plus, or others like Argentina also interested in membership. Some 40 heads of state and international dignitaries attending this meeting. One of the questions is whether the BRICS nations will be able to launch, as they've announced, a new currency, a medium of exchange backed by a group of commodities, including gold. This has the potential to challenge the United States dollar as the world's de facto reserve currency, but not everybody thinks this is going to happen. For example, a macroeconomist, that is, I studied macroeconomics in college, but she's a macroeconomist, Lynn Alden, interviewed by Cointelegraph, a cryptocurrency news site, said that this BRICS currency would struggle to get off the ground, explaining that backing a fractional reserve banking system with a gold-backed currency would be problematic because it's easier to increase the supply of currency in circulation much faster than much more easily than it is to increase the supply of gold in circulation. So we'll see how this happens, but it's interesting to note that the Saudis and their allies in OPEC beginning to align with Russia and China as opposed to the West. Again, another foreign policy win for Joe Biden and his handlers. Coming up, ET phoning Earth? Possibly. Details next on 5 and 10.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, with just a few minutes on the clock, we want to make sure that you know how you can get your copies of both of these incredible new works in the Warriors of God special offer. When you order the Warriors of God special offer, you'll receive the Kingdom Warrior Full Spectrum Spiritual Warfare, Biblical Clearing and Maintaining Your Spiritual Perimeter by Dr. Michael Lake. But you'll also receive the brand new book by Corby Shuey, For Valor, Defending the Faith for Those of Worth. Both of these works complement each other fabulously and take you on a journey of next-level comprehension of spiritual warfare. But that's not all. Right now, when you order the Warriors of God special offer, we're also including absolutely free the phenomenal 2-disc collection on DVD, The Final Countdown, featuring Dr. Thomas Horn, Allie Anderson, and Donna Howell on how the secrets hidden within the biblical feasts unveil the final countdown to the return of Jesus Christ and the rapture of the church. But also included in this incredible special offer is Dr. Michael Lake's massive Sheerreef Imperative data DVD library that includes 56 different Christian classic books on PDF for use on device of your choosing, Understanding the Kingdom audio series, the eSword biblical software for Windows, and several TV appearances featuring Dr. Michael Lake. All of these items hold a retail value of $95, yours now for your donation of only $35 plus shipping and handling.
Topic number 1 today is ET ready to phone our home? Well, possibly. Astronomers are waiting for the possible response to a signal that was launched into space about 40 years ago. The message that was beamed out into the cosmos back in the 1980s contained 13 drawings depicting the history of life on Earth through the stages of evolution. It was then transcribed into radio waves, beamed into space by astronomers at Stanford University, August 15th of 1983. The intention to make contact with intelligent life out there in the universe. So beginning today, or yesterday actually, scientists in Japan began scanning the sky looking for a response because the nearest major star system that might potentially host habitable planets, Altair, 12th brightest star in the sky, is about 16.7 light years away. So we figure, 40 years, time for the signal to be transmitted, deciphered, and beamed back. We'll see if anything does come back to us. I think it would actually be hilarious if we did receive a message back saying, "Don't you know Darwinian evolution is a joke? The creator of the universe spoke everything into existence." That would be hilarious. Skywatch TV depends on your support to do what we do, which is to support the work at Whispering Ponies Ranch. You can find out more about that at whisperingponiesranch.com. We partner with ministries like Royal Family Kids, who work with children in foster care between the ages of 9 and 11, to use the facilities at the ranch and the therapy horses there, the miniature horses, therapy animals, to show them that there are adults out there who want to protect children and not use them. And we do this so that Royal Family Kids and other ministries like it don't have to pay a dime to use the facilities. Your support makes that possible. So for your gift to Skywatch TV during the month of August of any amount, no minimum, we'll send you a copy of the book by Jonathan Brentner, The Triumph of the Redeemed. What do we have to look forward to in glory? Add this to your reference library for your gift of any amount during the month of August. If you're in the U.S. or Canada, you can find out more at our website, skywatchtv.com. Look for the red donate button there, or give us a call toll-free during business hours at 844-750-4985. This week on Skywatch TV, we're talking with Dr. Michael Lake and Corby Shuey about spiritual warfare. They joined Joe Horn and the Skywatch investigative team. Are you prepared for it? What is cancel culture in this modern, postmodern worldview have to do with end times prophecy? Our broadcast schedule for the over-the-air program is at skywatchtv.com/channels, but you can watch that over-the-air program right now over the internet at our website, skywatchtv.com. You can also get it right now on our Roku or Apple TV channels. If you've got a set-top box, make sure you've got the Skywatch TV channel added to it. All of our video content is there. You can also catch it right now at our YouTube channel. There's the main channel for the broadcast program, Skywatch TV Now, our Rumble channel there as well, where all of our video content is found. But better yet, as I said at the top of the program, download our free mobile app. It's available for iOS, Android, and Amazon Kindle Fire phones and tablets, brings you all of our video content, bypasses the gatekeepers of big tech. The video sharing sites, they got nothing to say about what goes out over our app. We will not be canceled from our app. Again, it's free, available for multiple platforms. We have links to their app stores at our website, skywatchtv.com. Thank you for watching as we keep watch. I'm Derek Gilbert, and this is 5 in 10 from Skywatch TV.